What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video I want to talk about this weird thing that I've seen, and that's people buying silver at $25 an ounce when they weren't buying it at $15 an ounce. So I'm going to try my best to explain why I think this is happening. Alright, let's do it! Thank you so much for watching my video. I sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is a really perplexing topic, which is why I figured I need to make a video on it, because I've literally seen this happen. Last year, silver was around $15 an ounce. I was buying silver. Lots of people here on the online stacking community, yes, we were buying silver, but the vast majority of people were not buying physical silver last year. And now, this year, we're seeing right around $25 an ounce silver prices currently, and people are buying like crazy. So I have a few different theories on why this is the case. Now, I got some American Silver Eagles here. This is a little partial tube I was working on last year. In fact, I bought most of these Eagles for under 20 bucks an ounce. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, why are people buying silver right now at $25 an ounce, but they weren't buying last year at $15 an ounce? So my first theory is that people just simply were not aware of the power of silver in a down economy, right? Now, obviously, I'm not talking about everyone here, because there's a lot of people that remember 2011, silver went up to like $50 an ounce, and then it's come down drastically since then. I mean, silver was in the news, gold was in the news, there was all of these gold shops popping up. Do you remember the We Buy Gold? There was tons of them. There was a few in my mall, little stands that popped up. Bring us your scrap gold. It was crazy, right? But all that sort of died down. Now, I'm definitely not saying that most people don't even know about silver or anything like that. What I'm saying is that I've seen a lot of new people here online say that this is the first time they've bought silver. They're just now getting into silver this year because they had no idea about it before that. So I'm just going off of what I've personally seen. Now, maybe it's just people that watch my channel are new stackers, new investors, new to precious metals. That might be the case, but I have seen a lot of it. So I think that is definitely one theory, that some people just were not aware of the power of silver. I mean, the reason I learned about silver was actually just random chance. It was a few years back, and there was a guy at my work who is a silver bug, and he was telling me, hey, physical silver is great for retaining your wealth. It's an awesome savings account. You should definitely look into it. I bought my first ounce of silver. I've been hooked ever since. So I think that's definitely a theory worth mentioning. But my main theory, well, I actually have two main theories. The first of my main theories is that people wanted to put their money into what they thought would be something better than silver. So the stock market has been on a tear for the last few years, right? Very bullish to be buying stocks. I mean, you could have been randomly throwing darts at a dartboard over the last few years and made a lot of money. I know my 401k was doing extremely well. And then, of course, in March, lots of stuff dropped off a cliff. But that's beside the point. So I think that over the last really decade, people have been putting money into the stock market. And because they were investing in stocks, they weren't looking at precious metals. I mean, precious metals, if anything, have been down or flat over the last decade until now. So they're basically just sitting there. You know, people saw that and thought, okay, why would I want to put my money into silver when it's just hanging out at, you know, under 20 bucks an ounce? And I get that, but at the same time, you need to realize that when you buy silver, you're doing more than just trying to make an investment into silver, right? You're not just sort of throwing your money at it saying, okay, it's going to go up at some point and I'm going to make a ton of money. What you're really doing is taking your fiat currency and moving it out of that system and into a better system, right? Silver and gold, they are real money. They're real wealth. It's a great savings account because it's a hedge against inflation. Obviously, with inflation and the dollar getting weaker, silver and gold will retain your buying power, which is why they're so awesome to have. So whether you're buying it at $15 an ounce or $25 an ounce, I guess it really doesn't necessarily matter. If you're thinking that, hey, we're going to have massive inflation down the road, the dollar's going to get drastically weaker, then, really at either price, you should definitely be buying. So that's definitely a big theory why I think people weren't buying silver at 15, but they are now buying it at 25 because, the stock market hasn't been doing that great over the last 6 months. Also, silver has been doing well. So they see silver finally moving up. They say, okay, let me throw my money at something that's moving up. Now, my last theory on why people are buying now at these higher prices and not when it was cheaper is the FOMO effect. I think this is really powerful. It's the fear of missing out. They see the higher prices and they think it's going to continue to go higher. And so they don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Silver right at $25 an ounce. Wow, how much potential does it have moving forward from here? I'll be the first to say, look, I'm not a financial advisor, but I really do think that we will see higher silver prices moving forward. You have to think about what has happened so far to get silver to where it is now. And is everything going to drastically change in a short period of time? Or are we going to have this slow, down economy for quite a while? The government's going to have to create a massive amount of currency to sort of get us out of this. And when they do that, the dollar is going to get drastically weaker. So it'll be great for the people that are holding physical precious metals, silver and gold. Those people, they protected their wealth because even if the dollar goes all the way to zero, you're still protected. You have physical wealth because you bought gold and silver. Now, I've seen some projections that the U.S. national debt will go from, it's in the 20 trillions now, but all the way up to 80 trillion just in the next 8 years. So if that happens, yes, we will see much higher prices for gold and silver, and I think it's going to happen. This isn't even, silver bugs or precious metals fanatics saying this. This is analysts. The government has come out and said, we don't really care about inflation. We're just going to keep on creating currency. Now, whether you're buying right now for FOMO or for a different reason, I still think it's okay to be buying at these prices. Silver is literally at half of its all-time high and gold is already at all-time highs. So there's a lot more room for silver to grow. Now, I actually have made a video talking about some predictions for silver moving forward, sort of where I think it could be headed. If you missed that video, I'll put a link up in the corner as well as a link down below in the description. Definitely check out that video. I highlight some things that are really important and talk about the massive potential that silver really, really does have. But coming back to the whole, buying at $25 an ounce versus buying at $15 an ounce, I sort of think that I kind of got lucky personally when I got into silver. As I mentioned, it was just sort of random chance. But I think that ultimately I probably would have gotten into it at some point down the road. Knowing everything that I know now, I wish I'd gotten in much sooner. But I think a lot of people are sort of in that boat, right? Whether you just started buying this year or whether you've only been buying for the last few years, we all wish we had gotten into it when it was much cheaper. But leave your comment down below. Why do you think people are buying at $25 an ounce but not at $15 an ounce? Is it one of the things I mentioned, or is it something completely different? So I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons out.